inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher, unlock the fire in you, cause real women don't bitch, no, real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because mental muscle is necessary for implementing successful business strategies. It's time to learn how to beat your business no matter what life throws at you. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we discuss the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. What's going on, queens? And to my kings who also chime in, how many of you have ever heard or used the expression move heaven and earth or come hell or high water? I've heard the expression. I've seen it a lot of times in movies. I've spoken those words at some time and I've heard other people say them, but I don't know if we've really internalized what those words mean. I've been saying it since day one, you guys. This entrepreneurial journey is really more about you than it is your business, because it is one of the most spiritually intense paths you will ever decide to take, because you are choosing to be a creator, to be a captain of your life, to say what your experiences will be. And that is not easy, especially when you got some garbage. Yes, indeed. And that garbage will come back and it will creep up on us in so many ways. So if you got mama issues, daddy issues, you dealing with abandonment, jealousy, you afraid of rejection, even when you advance in your journey, listen to me. I'm speaking about what I know. I'm not speaking about what somebody told me or what I read in a fucking book. You can do the inner work and overcome some challenges or obstacles with your upbringing, your emotional state, and things of that nature. It's going to come back to haunt you. It's levels to this shit. It's degrees to it. So it's one of those things where, you know, you get out here in these internet streets and maybe you feel like you should charge bottom of the barrel prices because nobody knows who you are yet. That means that you have a self-worth issue and you're waiting for external validation from people to tell you that you've done a good job in order for you to charge what you want. That's all it boils down to. But then once you get enough balls to raise the price and then you start operating at that level, you're going to realize that your expertise is growing and that you probably still cut yourself a little bit short and you need to raise your prices some more. But you're going to probably be like, oh, well, I want to see my clients have these results. Or there's going to be something else that comes up. That's that same issue again, because now the stakes are higher. And if you're a multiple six-figure earner and now you got to make some adjustments with your price point to now go to the $1 million mark, guess what? It's the same shit that keeps coming back to you. You understand that? And so the reason why the entrepreneurial journey is so spiritually taxing is because it's about how you respond to all of these different degrees of your emotional, spiritual, and mental well-being. I was at a mastermind this weekend, and one of the things in our mastermind is that luckily, one of the top coaches, he also brings his therapist in to talk to us about our mindset. And he said something really plain. He's like, if you got a coach but no therapist, you half-assing it. If you got a therapist and no coach, you're half-assing it. You actually need both. And I know different people, you know, you have your opinions, but there are differences between counselors, therapists, coaches, and so on and so forth. And I know it may be difficult to find one that's of the same caliber as him, but I can tell you this, that as I have leveled up in my business, and now I'm having to level up again because one part of growth came so rapidly, the next level of growth that's coming and knocking, hey, come on, let's keep this thing going, sister. It's time to move up. It has brought up some shit, and I'm like, oh my God. I don't think I've ever cried so hard in a session, with one of my coaches to deal with me bringing up some emotional and mental bullshit that was some blocks that I needed to work through. I don't think I've ever cried so hard in my fucking life. But one of the things that, my coach said to me, about this new level is like, August, you're the kind of person that you decided years ago, you moved heaven and earth to get what it is that you desire. And that means that you need to work with women who have that same desire too, but need your guidance. And I was just like, isn't it amazing how coaches can say the simplest things, but it's one of those you had to beat her, type of moments, because all of the rest of the background conversation brought such a huge ass epiphany. And I was just sitting there, and the entire time while I was talking to him, I was like, yep. And you have done a great job, sir. And now I'm going to need to go hire that therapist that was at the mastermind, because I need to be able to dig in with some of this emotional baggage just a little bit more. So you're not crazy. If you're sitting here in the middle of your entrepreneurial journey and you find yourself kind of taken aback by your emotions, drifting, or kind of sitting in some of your shit sometimes, it's probably because you need another layer of help. I'm going to tell you, Black women, we be walking around, we be borderline depressed or full-fledged depressed. And it is just in our spiritual DNA and even our physical DNA to push no matter what. I get it, because that's literally what we did. We coming fresh out of having babies and being put out on the cotton field. We don't have a higher tolerance for pain as many doctors have stereotyped us for. We have been so traumatized that we have not been able to acknowledge our pain, and we have still pushed, which means that then we're not really dealing with our shit. We're just coping, and there's a fucking price to pay for that. There is a fucking price to pay for that. So for me, I just want you to know, I need you to be your best. And that I want you to know, for me, it's important for you to know, let me go back, that somebody really does give a fuck. Because we can sit somewhere and we can feel like we're lonely and no one cares. But if that's the story that we've lived, and if that's the narrative that we played, then that's the reality that we walk through. You are a prisoner, or you are very gifted by your thoughts, your mind's thoughts. You are blessed or a prisoner by the thoughts of your own mind. And so if your story has been that you're an underdog, that you're the black sheep, that you always got to do shit yourself, you can find yourself rolling through that narrative. And you can't afford to do that in business. You're going to go through this spiritual transformation, but nobody makes it alone. And many of you are choosing to continue to try to push through this shit by yourself. Why do you think I put so much emphasis on mindset, mentorship, and not just coaching and business strategy? Because I'm changing the lives and the mindset of women and how they embrace and deal with their shit. Like, seriously. So you're not meant to do this alone, and you're not meant to just push through. And just because you can push through, it doesn't mean that you're okay. Remember, don't nobody know what depression look like, right? Because depression usually looks like a woman that's getting up every day, that's functioning with, makeup and shit on. They try to show you the pictures that it's somebody just sitting in the bed crying. It's a whole bunch of us walking around depressed as shit and looking good as fuck. Because we know how to look the part. It's time out for that. And that's why you need to get into a tribe with more women who are gonna hold you accountable, have gone through some of the shit you've gone through, so they can love you right on through it. But you can't be around those women if you're just sitting back hoping that you're gonna, you're Rapunzel, you let down your hair for someone to come and save you. No, you got to have the mindset that, you know what, fuck this. I'm not playing small anymore. I'm not taking care of everybody else other than me first. I'm not putting my dream by the wayside until everybody else lives out their fucking purpose and does what they want. It's my time to shine. It's my time to grow. It's my time to get the help that I need. And when you have decided that you will move hell and high water, I'm going to get down in the trenches with you, level coach. And I'm going to make sure that that happens for you. So I don't know where you're at. I don't know what you're dealing with, Queen. But, these types of things are what cause us to be inauthentic in business. It causes us to give too much. It causes us to feel drained in business. And that's just not the way that it's supposed to be. So if you want to learn how to walk in your purpose and your power, get paid the amount of money that you're supposed to get paid, and advance in your business, then guess what? Holla at your girl. Go to workwithaugust.com. Sign up, watch the case study, and then I'll be looking forward to you setting up a call, okay? But yeah, we're gonna get this. We're not gonna deny our emotions, but sometimes moving hell and high water means you got to move some shit that's in you. All right? I love you, ladies. I'm out of here. And to my kings, you too. All right, deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless, signing out. Deuces!
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real